The Galactic Academy. In the gleaming halls of the prestigious Galactic Academy, a diverse array of alien cadets trained to become the future leaders and protectors of the cosmos. From the lithe blue-skinned Zephyrians to the hulking reptilian Kragans, the Academy boasted the best and brightest from a myriad of worlds. But this year, a new species had joined their ranks: humans. Zara, a determined young woman from Earth, strode through the hallways with a mix of excitement and trepidation. She had worked tirelessly to earn her place at the Academy, pushing herself to the brink of human endurance. Yet, as she surveyed her alien peers, she couldn't help but feel a flicker of doubt. Could she truly measure up to these advanced species? The answer would come sooner than Zara expected, in the form of the Academy's notorious training exam. Designed to push cadets to their mental and physical limits, the exam was a grueling gauntlet of simulated scenarios that tested strategy, strength, and adaptability. As the cadets filed into the massive simulation chamber, Zara observed the tense expressions on her alien counterparts' faces. Many had heard horror stories of the exam's brutal challenges, and even the most confident among them seemed to be steeling themselves for the trials ahead. The first scenario plunged the cadets into a hostile jungle environment, complete with treacherous terrain, venomous flora, and cunning predators. Zara watched as her classmates struggled to navigate the dense undergrowth, their advanced technology proving less effective in the chaotic wilderness. But Zara's human instincts kicked in, guiding her to approach the problem from a different angle. Rather than relying solely on high-tech gadgets, she turned to her knowledge of Earth's diverse ecosystems. She identified edible plants, crafted makeshift tools, and used her agility to outmaneuver the jungle's threats. As the scenario unfolded, Zara's unconventional strategies began to pay off. She adapted to the challenges with the inventiveness and determination that caught the attention of her alien peers and instructors alike. Some watched with grudging respect, while others marveled at the human's resourcefulness. Among the onlookers was Zephyr, a brilliant but aloof Zephyrian cadet. Known for his analytical mind and cutting-edge tech, Zephyr had initially dismissed the human as a primitive addition to the Academy. But as he observed Zara's unorthodox approach, a flicker of curiosity ignited within him. As the jungle scenario drew to a close, Zephyr approached Zara, his luminous eyes assessing her with newfound interest. "Your methods are intriguing," he admitted, his melodic voice tinged with reluctant admiration. "Perhaps there is more to humans than meets the eye." Zara met his gaze, a smile playing at the corners of her lips. "We're full of surprises," she replied, her tone both playful and challenging. "Stick around, and you might learn a thing or two." But before Zephyr could respond, a chime sounded throughout the chamber, signaling the start of the next phase of the exam. The cadets exchanged apprehensive glances, bracing themselves for the unknown challenges that lay ahead. As Zara readied herself for the next trial, she felt a newfound sense of purpose. She was here not just to prove herself, but to show the galaxy what humankind was capable of. With a deep breath, she stepped forward, ready to face whatever the exam and the universe had in store. Unlikely allies. As the chime faded, the simulation chamber transformed, the lush jungle replaced by a desolate, windswept landscape. Towering rock formations loomed on the horizon, their jagged silhouettes a stark contrast against the dim, ember-hued sky. The cadets found themselves standing on a narrow ledge, a dizzying drop mere inches from their feet. Zara peered over the edge, her heart pounding as she took in the treacherous path ahead. The exam's second phase appeared to be a test of both physical endurance and strategic thinking, as the cadets would need to navigate the precarious terrain while contending with the planet's harsh conditions. Beside her, Zephyr assessed the challenge with calculating eyes, his sleek, translucent device already projecting a detailed map of the area. "The most efficient route is along the northern ridge," he stated, his slender fingers tracing a glowing path on the holographic display. "It minimizes exposure to the elements and offers the most stable footing." Zara studied the map, her brow furrowed in concentration. While Zephyr's analysis was sound, her instincts suggested an alternate approach. "What if we take the southern route instead?" she proposed, pointing to a winding path that snaked through a series of narrow canyons. "It might be a bit longer, but those rock formations could provide shelter from the wind and any potential threats." Zephyr tilted his head, considering her suggestion with a mix of surprise and intrigue. "An unorthodox choice," he mused, "but not without merit. The canyons could indeed offer tactical advantages." He paused, his luminous gaze meeting Zora's. "You continue to defy expectations, human." A grin tugged at Zora's lips. "I'll take that as a compliment," she replied, her eyes sparkling with a hint of mischief. "So, what do you say? Ready to tackle this together?" Zephyr hesitated for a moment, his analytical mind grappling with the unfamiliar concept of collaboration. As a Zephyrian, he had always prided himself on his self-sufficiency and intellectual prowess. Yet something about Zora's unique perspective and adaptability intrigued him, challenging his long-held beliefs about the superiority of his own species. "Very well," he conceded, a faint smile playing at the corners of his lips. "Let us combine our strengths and see where this partnership leads." As the unlikely duo set off along the southern path, they quickly fell into a rhythm, their respective skills complementing each other in unexpected ways. Zora's keen eye for detail and quick reflexes allowed her to spot hidden dangers, while Zephyr's technical expertise and strategic planning kept them on course. The challenges came swiftly and relentlessly, from sudden rock slides to vicious, insectoid predators that emerged from the canyon's depths. But together, Zora and Zephyr faced each obstacle head-on, their growing trust and cooperation a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. As they neared the end of the treacherous path, a final challenge emerged, a massive, multi-limbed creature with razor-sharp claws and an armored exoskeleton. The beast let out a deafening roar, its beady eyes locked onto the pair of cadets. Zora and Zephyr exchanged a glance, a silent understanding passing between them. In a swift, coordinated movement, they launched into action, Zora's agility and Zephyr's tech working in perfect harmony. Zora leaped and dodged, drawing the creature's attention, while Zephyr deployed a series of precisely aimed energy pulses, exploiting the weaknesses in its armor. As the beast finally crumpled to the ground, defeated, Zora and Zephyr stood side by side, their breathing heavy but their spirits high. They had conquered the second phase of the exam, not as individuals, but as a team. Around them, the simulation chamber began to shimmer and dissolve, signaling the end of the trial. But for Zora and Zephyr, it was just the beginning, the start of an extraordinary partnership that would challenge the very foundations of the Galactic Academy and the preconceptions that had long divided their worlds. Ripples of change. As Zora and Zephyr emerged from the simulation chamber, the eyes of their fellow cadets and instructors alike were drawn to the unlikely pair. Whispers rippled through the gathered crowd, a mix of awe, disbelief, and even a hint of envy at the human and Zephyrian's unprecedented display of teamwork. Among the onlookers, a towering kragan named Thrak watched with a scowl, his reptilian features twisted in contempt. Known for his brute strength and unwavering belief in the superiority of his own species, Thrak had long dismissed the notion of interspecies collaboration as a weakness. Yet, as he witnessed the undeniable success of Zora and Zephyr's partnership, a flicker of doubt crept into his mind, unbidden and unwelcome. Instructor Xyloth and Vectra, a Zephyrian and a Kragan respectively, exchanged a meaningful glance. They had seen countless cadets pass through the Academy's halls, but never before had they witnessed such a profound shift in the dynamics between species. The human's arrival and her subsequent alliance with one of their most brilliant cadets had sparked a change, one that held the potential to reshape the very fabric of the Academy and the galaxy beyond. As the next phase of the exam loomed on the horizon, Zora and Zephyr found themselves the center of attention, their every move scrutinized and analyzed by their peers. Some, like the inquisitive luminary cadet Zafira, sought to understand the secret to their success, eager to learn from the unlikely allies. Others, like Thrak and his loyal followers, viewed the pair as a threat to the established order, their resentment simmering just beneath the surface. Amidst the growing tensions, a new challenge emerged, a crisis simulation that would test not only the cadets' individual skills, but their ability to work together in the face of a catastrophic event. The scenario, a massive asteroid on a collision course with a densely populated planet, required split-second decisions, innovative thinking, and seamless coordination between the various species and their unique abilities. As the cadets were divided into teams, Zara and Zephyr found themselves at the center of a heated debate. Some argued that the humans' unconventional methods and the Zephyrians' technical prowess made them the natural choice to lead the mission. Others, fueled by prejudice and fear, insisted that the fate of the planet could not be left in the hands of a primitive species and their unlikely ally. In the end, it was Instructor Zoloth who made the final call, his luminous eyes fixed upon Zara and Zephyr. "You two have proven that our differences can be our greatest strength," he declared, his melodic voice ringing through the chamber. "It is time for us to put aside our preconceptions and work together as equals. Zara, Zephyr, you will lead this mission, and in doing so, you will show us all what true unity can achieve." As the teams assembled and the simulation began, Zara and Zephyr wasted no time in putting their unique bond to work. They delegated tasks based on each cadet's strengths, fostering an atmosphere of collaboration and innovation that soon spread to the other teams. Thrak, initially resistant, found himself drawn into the collective effort, his raw power and tactical expertise proving invaluable in the race against time. With each passing moment, the cadets grew more in sync, their differences transforming from barriers to bridges. Zara's quick thinking and adaptability, combined with Zephyr's technical mastery and strategic planning, formed the backbone of a plan that would have been impossible for any single species to conceive alone. As the final pieces fell into place and the asteroid was successfully diverted, a cheer erupted throughout the Academy, a chorus of voices from a myriad of worlds, united in triumph. Zara and Zephyr, standing side by side, shared a smile that spoke volumes. They had not only saved countless lives, but had also forged a path towards a future where cooperation and understanding could transcend the boundaries of species and culture. In that moment, as the Galactic Academy witnessed the dawn of a new era, one thing became clear: the arrival of Zara and the rise of human-alien alliances would change the course of the galaxy forever. The echoes of unity. In the wake of the successful crisis simulation, the Galactic Academy buzzed with a newfound energy, the once rigid boundaries between species blurring as cadets and instructors alike embraced the potential of collaboration. At the heart of this transformation stood Zara and Zephyr, their partnership a shining example of what could be achieved when differences were celebrated rather than feared. For Zara, the success of the mission brought with it a sense of pride and purpose. She had not only proven herself as a capable leader, but had also shown the galaxy the true strength of the human spirit, a strength rooted in adaptability, empathy, and an unwavering determination to protect those in need. As she walked the halls of the Academy, she felt the weight of her responsibilities, knowing that her actions would shape the future of human-alien relations for generations to come. Zephyr, too, found himself transformed by the experience. The once aloof Zephyrian had learned to value the insights and abilities of those he had previously dismissed, recognizing that true brilliance lay in the synthesis of diverse perspectives. He now sought out the company of cadets from other species, eager to learn from their unique experiences and to share his own knowledge in turn. However, not all were quick to embrace the winds of change. Thrak, still grappling with his own prejudices, found himself torn between his loyalty to Kragan tradition and the undeniable proof of the power of unity. In quiet moments, he reflected on the crisis simulation, recalling how his own strengths had been amplified by working alongside cadets of other species. Slowly, reluctantly, he began to question the beliefs he had long held sacrosanct. Instructor Xylof and Vectra watched the transformation unfold with a mix of pride and trepidation. They knew that the path ahead would not be an easy one. Centuries of prejudice and mistrust could not be erased overnight. Yet, as they witnessed the blossoming friendships and alliances among their cadets, they dared to hope that this generation would be the one to finally bridge the gaps between the stars. As the Academy prepared for its final trial, a test of both individual prowess and teamwork, Zara and Zephyr found themselves at the center of a web of alliances, each thread representing a bond forged in the heat of shared challenges and triumphs. Zephyra, the once inquisitive luminary, now stood as a staunch ally, her keen mind and diplomatic skills a valuable asset in the face of the trials to come. The final exam was a grueling gauntlet, designed to push the cadets to their limits and beyond. In a series of increasingly complex scenarios, they were forced to confront not only physical dangers, but also moral dilemmas, each choice weighing heavily upon their consciences. Through it all, Zara and Zephyr's partnership remained a beacon of hope, their trust in each other and their allies unwavering. In the end, it was not the strength of any one species that saw them through, but the combined might of their diversity. Zara's ingenuity, Zephyr's intellect, Thrak's power, and Zephyra's wisdom. Each played a vital role in overcoming the final obstacles. As they stood together, victorious, the true meaning of their achievement began to dawn upon the galaxy. The Galactic Academy had long stood as a symbol of the best and brightest the universe had to offer. But now, it represented something far greater, a future in which the strength of the galaxy lay not in the supremacy of any one race, but in the unity of all. Zara and Zephyr, the human, and the Zephyrian, had lit the spark, and now it fell to the rest of the galaxy to nurture the flame. As the newly graduated cadets set out into the stars, each carrying a piece of the legacy forged within the Academy's halls, they knew that the path ahead would be fraught with challenges. But they also knew that they would face those challenges together, united by a bond that transcended species and worlds. And in that unity, they would find the strength to shape a future brighter than any they had dared to imagine. Beyond the stars, as the newly graduated officers of the Galactic Academy stepped out into the vast expanse of the universe, they carried with them the lessons and bonds forged during their time within its hallowed halls. Zara, Zephyr, and their allies found themselves assigned to the GS Harmony, a state-of-the-art vessel tasked with maintaining peace and fostering cooperation among the galaxy's myriad species. For Zara, the transition from cadet to officer brought with it a newfound sense of responsibility. As the first human to serve on the GS Harmony, she knew that her actions would be closely scrutinized, her every decision weighed against centuries of prejudice and misconception. Yet, armed with the knowledge and skills gained at the Academy, and bolstered by the unwavering support of her crewmates, she faced each challenge with the same determination and adaptability that had served her so well in the past. Zephyr, now second in command of the ship's science division, thrived in his new role, his brilliant mind and collaborative spirit, driving a wave of innovation and discovery. He worked closely with officers from a diverse array of species, each contributing their unique perspectives and expertise to the ship's mission. In the process, he found himself continually challenged and inspired, his once narrow worldview expanding with each new experience. Thrak, to the surprise of many, had chosen to specialize in diplomacy, his natural charisma, and newfound appreciation for diverse perspectives, making him an invaluable asset in the delicate negotiations between the galaxy's various factions. Though he still grappled with the occasional pang of prejudice, he found that his experiences at the Academy had given him the tools to confront and overcome these ingrained biases, both within himself and in those he encountered. As the GS Harmony navigated the stars, its crew faced a series of challenges that tested their resolve and unity. From tense standoffs with hostile species to the delicate balancing act of mediating disputes between long-standing rivals, Each mission required a careful blend of strength, empathy, and ingenuity. Through it all, Zara and Zephyr's partnership remained a cornerstone of the ship's success. Their ability to seamlessly combine their unique strengths and perspectives served as a model for the entire crew, fostering a sense of camaraderie and cooperation that transcended species and rank. One particularly challenging mission found the GS Harmony responding to a distress call from a remote colony world, its inhabitants threatened by a mysterious and deadly virus. As the ship's medical team raced to find a cure, Zara and Zephyr led a ground team to maintain order and distribute supplies, their presence a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. In a moment of crisis, with tensions running high and desperation threatening to tear the colony apart, it was Thrak who stepped forward, his words of compassion and unity resonating with the frightened colonists. Drawing upon the lessons learned from his human and Zephyrian crewmates, he reminded them that strength lay in their diversity, that only by working together could they hope to overcome the challenges before them. As the medical team finally developed a cure and the colony began to heal, the crew of the GS Harmony stood witness to the power of unity in action. The colonists, once divided by fear and suspicion, now came together in celebration, their differences no longer a source of strife, but a testament to their shared resilience. Watching from the sidelines, Zara and Zephyr shared a smile, their hearts swelling with pride at the sight of their crewmates' triumph. They knew that this was but one small victory in the grand tapestry of the galaxy, that there would always be new challenges to face and new barriers to overcome. But they also knew that, together, there was no obstacle too great, no divide too wide to bridge. As the GS Harmony set course for its next destination, the stars stretching out before them like an infinite canvas, Zara and Zephyr stood side by side on the bridge, their eyes fixed on the future. They knew that the road ahead would be long and fraught with uncertainty, but they also knew that they would face it as they had everything else, together, united in their determination to build a galaxy where diversity was celebrated, and where the strength of the human spirit could shine as a beacon of hope for all.